Hello and welcome to week 24, piece 47 of the Wall of Stitches Crochet Along. And for this piece we're going to use the Dale stitch. So this is sort of like a modified caramel stitch and just looks like it rolling hills and dales as you go down your fabric. So to start this piece you're going to need a foundation chain of 31. So to start the Dale stitch we're going to be working in the third chain from our hook. The turning chain is going to count as our first stitch, so I've just marked that first chain from our hook because that will be the stitch we need to work in later. So 1, 2, 3, and make a single crochet. And then make a single crochet in every stitch across. So the Dale stitch is worked into rows of single crochets. So we need to make a couple of setup rows before we can make our Dale stitches. Let's grab some more yarn. Right, so row 1 is all single crochet. And then you're going to turn, chain 1, then make a single crochet in the first stitch of the row. And I'm just going to mark that with a stitch marker. Okay, and then make a single crochet in every stitch across. So rows 1 and 2 are our setup rows, and then row 3 we will start our Dale stitches. And then single crochet into the last stitch, which is that turning chain in the row below. Just get my, whoops, into there. Easier if you take your stitch marker out. There we go. Okay, so once you finish row 2, you're going to turn and chain 1. Then make a half double crochet in the first stitch of the row. I'm just going to mark that with stitch marker. And then I'm going to start our Dale stitches. So to make a Dale stitch, I'm going to yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch and pull up a loop. So you want to pull it up as high as the half double crochet you started your row with. Okay, then yarn over, and now we're going to be working in the stitch directly below. So that's this stitch here. Okay, so you're going into the space directly below, insert your hook, and pull up a loop. So again, you want it as high as that half double crochet you started your row with. So you should have 5 loops on your hook. 1, 2, 4, 5. Then yarn over, pull through all 5 loops. And that's a Dale stitch. So you've got this long loop here and the shorter loop here, and you just pull it up. And you repeat this all the way across. So we're going to make a Dale stitch in every single chain until we reach our last one. So yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. So you want it as high as your previous stitch. Yarn over, insert your hook into the stitch directly below, so going into that space here. Yarn over, pull up a loop, so it's as high as the previous stitch. You should have 5 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through all 5 loops. And then start your next Dale stitch. Yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, so 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, insert your hook into the stitch directly below, so into that gap, yarn over, pull up a loop, 5 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 5 loops. And the Dale stitch is as simple as that. And you're just going to carry this on across your row. So yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop. Yarn over, insert your hook into the stitch directly below. Yarn over, pull up a loop. 5 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through, and just repeat this all the way across. There's no stitches in between your dale stitches, you don't chain one or anything. You just pull through all 5 of those loops and then start making your next stitch. So one more. Then in the last stitch of the row, you're going to make a half double crochet. And that is row 3. So rows 4 and 5, we're going to set up ready for our next set of dale stitches. So we turn, chain 1, make a single crochet in the first stitch of the row, and then make a single crochet in every stitch across. So in between each row of dale stitches, you're going to have 3 rows of single crochet. And single crochet in the last stitch of the row, and turn. So that's row 4. Just pull that stitch marker out. So row 5, turn, chain 1, make a single crochet in the first stitch of the row, and then make a single crochet in every stitch across. I got a knot in my yarn. I just hate it when that happens. Never mind, I'll just ignore that for now. Normally I would take that knot apart and rejoin it, but just for this, I'm just going to ignore it for a minute. So we single crochet in every stitch across, and then into the last stitch, single crochet. So ignore the knot. Right, and that is row 5 of the dale stitch. So after this point, you're going to be repeating rows 2 to 5. So row 2 is another row of single crochet. So you'll have 3 rows of single crochet, and then you'll repeat row 3, which is your dale's row. And having those 3 rows of single crochet, it just means that your dale stitches are the right way round. Because if after 2 rows of single crochet you made a dale's row, they wouldn't be on the same side. So that's the back, and you'd have them alternate. So you need 3 rows to make sure everything is the right way around. To complete your dale's piece, you're going to be repeating rows 2 to 5 until you have 11 rows in total. Once you finish row 11, you can cut off and weave in your ends, and then it's time to add your border. So for this piece, you're going to be making a single crochet in every stitch across the top and bottom to give you 30 stitches on each edge. And down the sides, you're going to make 2 single crochet into the side of every repeat of row 3, and 1 single crochet into the side of every other row. So that will give you 14 single crochet down each edge. Then you add your extra stitch in each corner for the turn, and that's round 1 complete, and then add rounds 2 and 3 as well. So once you finish round 3 and cut off and weave in your ends, you're going to be joining this piece to our previous piece, the crossbill stitch. So we've got 1 piece left to add to our blankets, and that is going to be the pike stitch. So I shall see you for that in the next video.